very similar way. So both wines have a lot of whole bunch. The first one is about 80% whole bunch. The second one is 100% whole bunch. The first one is 80% new oak. The second one is 100% new oak. The first one is 12 months. The second one is 15 months in barrel. So a little bit different, but essentially very similar. All crushed by foot. Berries are picked off by hand. I think you've seen on my Instagram that they're taking the berries off.
I saw your posting. Yeah.
And Ray, what was the year like in 2012 for the first vineyard?
It was spectacular. Like I was saying to Jay-Z, it's probably my favourite vintage until we came to 15. So the vintages which I've really enjoyed, 5, 12, 15, 17. So they've been the ones which I think are the purest vintages. They show the site in there's no artifact in those vintage, because the vintage temperatures were just perfect. I was saying to Jay-Z before, it's about the Goldilocks thing. Everything was just right. And you don't get that very often, like other vintages, they're close, but no warm, a little bit too warm, or a little bit too hot, a little bit too cold. But yeah, 12 was really nice for me.
So could you say a little bit about the first vineyard?
Yeah, so it's in Bannockburn. So it's an interesting place because it's a limestone vineyard again, but the limestone is set up differently than the Chardonnay vineyard. It's more like mixed in, so there's red clay and lumps of limestone inside the soil. It's what's called limestone marl.
Yeah.
It's very much like you see in Burgundy. It looks like a hill out of Burgundy. And
a lot of stones.
Quite a lot of stone, yeah. Quite a lot of stone. Lots of little pieces of limestone like that.
And what is the distance of Bannockburn to the other Maiata?
So it's about 13 kilometres and 100 metres elevation. Yeah, so
it's a much higher elevation?
Higher elevation, cooler site.
And that's near where you stay?
That's where I live.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's my vineyard. So our place is quite different. The soil is different. So there's a black clay and basalt, and then below that is the limestone, because the basalt flow from the volcanoes came over about 10 to 15,000 years ago, and so they laid the black basalt stone on top of the limestone. But now the vines have penetrated through that and are into the limestone. So what you see is a denser, more powerful wine.
And Ray, when you say there were volcanic activities in Maiata, is there a volcanic line all the way towards Ballarat, or is it towards the sea?
It's actually interesting. It doesn't go as far as Ballarat. It goes west, because the volcanoes were west of me, and the end of the flow is my place, around my place. So that's the end of it. And that's why we chose it, because we wanted to have that volcanic soil. And we wanted it overlaid on limestone. So it was just, that's where it is. So
I don't know whether you're familiar with Mount Etna, but
yes, I am. Yeah, absolutely.
So when the lava ends, especially Pesharo, and you have the statue pointing to the place where the volcanic flow ends.
And they're some of the best vineyards are on there. Because I'm going to Sicily at the end of the year, because I've got to catch up with Ariano Occupinti and the guys from Pedro Dolce and Cornelison. So
and Gaia has just bought a plot there.
Oh, I didn't realise. Yeah, okay. So but definitely, I mean, Etna for me, I mean, it's warm and it grows things which I really enjoy drinking. Things like Nirola Muscalese is my favourite. So
the white as well.
The whites, yeah, from what's the variety stuff? It's
a lot of
Caricante.
A lot of structure.
Beautiful. Caricante.
People don't like it, but the challenge of that wine is keep it going. It just evokes and evokes and evokes. You're right.
It builds and
honestly
opens up.
Do not drink it when it's water, because it just don't work. I tried it because first it came out right. What the hell is it? And let it go 3 years. My God, that is beautiful.
Also, when you open it in the glass,
Yes.
it evolves.
Yeah.
And so for me, I love Caracante and I love.
I think that's the only place that can make good things.
Absolutely. But that's my new project.
Tell us about your new project.
I'm getting some neuromuscular